Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today's tutorial is going to be on how to draft a side peplum pattern, and this pattern is going to continue to the side of your bodice into a cascading peplum. As you can see, I actually pleated this, and you notice that the peplum is of varying lengths. Like, it's not just equal length all around. So if you're new to my channel, please click the subscribe button and also click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any tutorials from Cisca Stitches. And if you're an old subscriber, I say welcome back. So this design is super easy. Now we can go ahead and begin the tutorial process. So right here I have my pattern paper. So I got this cover of a plastic, this round circle. So what I'm just going to do is trace it out. So you don't need your circle to be too big, but the width should be just enough to create a circle as big as this or something a little bigger. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take a point because this is a circle, so you can choose any point you want, and then I'm just going to draw a circular line from that point. Now you can make the length from this point that you've done, you can make it from this point here, you can make it bigger. What I got there was 2 inches, so you can make it as much as 3 inches depending on how big you want that part to be. So I just extended it a little bit, and then at that point now I have about 3 inches. So I'm going to continue marking from that point, making it 3 inches, and at any point that I want, I can decide to increase it. So you will notice that at some point after I've marked about 3 inches, what I'm going to do is increase it by half inch. So I would increase it to 3.5, I'll increase it to 4, I'll increase it to 4.5. So I'm okay with my 3 inches at this point. So I'm just going to go ahead and add my half an inch, making it 3.5 inches. So this particular pattern is super easy. It's not going to help you waste your fabric. And as you can see from this point where the arrow is, that is where I'll be increasing it. So the markings will just be going on top of each other in a circular motion. So I've gotten to the point where I increased it to 4. Like I said, from the markings on top of each other as you go around. So I mark 4.5 and then I mark 5. So what I'm going to do next is go ahead and join the point. So as much as possible, because this is by freehand, the circular pattern is not going to be very smooth. But if you have the time, you can use a curved ruler to actually curve this out. So I just went ahead to join the points in a continuous motion. So this is just like a line going round and round and round. So at the end of this point, I'm just going to draw a straight line and then end my pattern. So this is how it is. And the next thing I'm going to do is to cut the pattern out. So this does not involve any calculation, nothing. Just ensure that you measure the length of your circle to be sure that it is the length that is going to be enough for your side peplum and that will continue also into a cascading peplum. So you measure all the way from this point if you don't want to trim your pattern up to the end. So if the length is fine by you, then you can go ahead and cut. But as you can see, I actually got to the end of my pattern, so there was no way for me to continue this. So this is about half a yard of paper that will give me this type of peplum. So I'm almost done cutting now. So what I'm going to do next, because the end is sharp, is like a circle at that point, I'm not really okay with that. So I'm just going to straighten that out a bit, and I'm just going to show you what I did. So I'll pick a point that would not affect the length of the peplum. It would affect the length basically, but something that you can actually manage. So I'm going to straighten that out. As you can see, just straighten it out to something that is okay for you. And then once I'm done with that, I'm just going to cut it out. So after this cutting out, what next? I actually want to show you this on fabric. So I'm going to replicate the pattern exactly as it is on muslin or calico, if you know it as such. And then I'm going to pleat the pattern and show you on fabric. So what I did to achieve this is to place the pattern on the muslin fabric exactly as it is, and then I'm going to cut the pattern out so that it is as exact as can be. So I'm almost done cutting out. There was no point showing you guys the entire cutting process, since it's actually the same thing as the paper pattern. So once I'm done cutting it out now, you guys will see it's exactly as what I did earlier, except the straightening out part for the pattern, which I actually showed you on the paper. So now that the pattern is ready, we will go ahead and pleat this, because I want to have a pleated peplum. Now this end is actually has the highest length, so you have to put that under so that it would show in front. So as I continue to pleat, it would, because of the decrease in length, you will notice the peplum is not just going to align with each other and just be straight and look like a straight a folded pleat. So what I'm doing is sort of like making overlapping pleats with the peplum, and the pleats are actually showing. So the one under is actually longer than the one on top. So you can go ahead and, pleat on the same line. So once I've done enough pleats, you can change the design however you want it. Once I've done enough pleats, what I'm going to do is hold it down with a pin so that it doesn't fall off. And then I'm going to be pinning this pattern on a mannequin. So I've gotten my mannequin now, so I'll go ahead and put this at the waist area and then pin it right there. So this is just for you to see how this will look if you want to do something like this. So I pin it down to hold it in place, and I'm not going to cut the one that would continue into the cascading peplum. As you will see, what I do is I continue pinning and pinning till I got to the side. So this part that I'm pinning now is the part that will enter your side seam of your bodice. So I'm just going to go ahead and pin it. You would notice that when you are sewing this actually to a fabric, the continuation from your waist to your side bodice, there will be a space because you'll not be able to sew that. So what you can do is use a hand needle to actually tack that in. It's not all designs that are actually sewn with a sewing machine. So this is how the pattern looks like. As you can see, the pleated effect of the peplum. You can also see that the length at the bottom is longer, at the back, sorry, is longer than the ones that are pleated in front, to give this should I call it descending or ascending effects. So my peplum actually continued like that into the side seam of the mannequin and then down. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and you can see actually the cascading effect of the peplum. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more tutorials like this, and click the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post new videos. I hope you actually really enjoyed this tutorial. I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye.